Hello and welcome to another episode of Countryfile. In today's episode we will be discussing rural tourism and how you can use food and drink in this sector. My name is Georgia and I will be discussing how and why you should use food to diversify.
Hi, my name is Madison and I will be discussing how and why you can use events to exemplify your rural business. I will be talking to Claire Farmer, who's an event organizer for the Wickham Food Festival, about how you can showcase your events.
Hello, my name is Gana. I will be talking about how you can use food and drink to diversify your businesses in hospitality sector.
Food and drink is an essential part of everyday life. Therefore, it also plays a huge role in tourism. In fact, it accounts for 44% of all businesses in the rural area.
61 to 69% of people say that food has a positive contribution to their holiday, with a third of adults preferring to eat locally sourced food over chain restaurants. It is important to recognise that changes in the Common Agricultural Policy have reduced the price of food production and that new farming enterprises have helped this sector continue. With Brexit happening in the next year, we need to consider what effects this will have on the farming industry, with diversification maybe being a necessity for farmers.
In order to maximize your business and profits, Georgia will now talk you through the process of how and why to use food and drink.
Unfortunately, farming has less of a demand than it did 10 years ago, meaning that farmers are needing new ways to make money. Diversifying into tourism is a common way that farmers generate more income for themselves, with diversification into events, hospitality and retail being popular choices. We spoke to Sussex Food Group's Hilary Knight to ask her what she thinks are the top 3 critical success factors when diversifying.
I think first of all people need to understand who their market is and what customers they're targeting. They've got to ensure that the product is of really high quality and meets their expectations, and then they have to communicate that really clearly and shout about it. If they've got a great product and they know who their market is, they need to tell them.
Hilary suggests that the first way to succeed in the gastronomic tourism sector is to target the correct people and to know your market. Different segments enjoy different things, hence why there is such a diverse offering in the sector. Farm shops, tours and markets are all good ways of promoting your produce, each one of these attracting different customers. We went to Chichester Farmers Market to ask visitors what attracted them. When speaking to passers-by, the comments that we got were that they were there for the quality of the products, with one person stating that you don't get this kind of food at the supermarket. The general consensus was that people are willing to pay more for high-quality food. Product quality was Hilary's second critical success factor. Ensuring your product exceeds a customer expectation is a key to making your business boom. For example, vineyard tours offered by big companies such as Virgin Experience Days are a popular way of getting people involved in the production of local wine. By offering customers small extras such as a complimentary bottle to take with them, like the Halfpenny Green Vineyard in Staffordshire, you are able to create a memorable experience for each of your customers. Your diversification could be as simple as making a farm shop that sells your own produce. Farm shops are usually very successful and can generate a lot of money for its owner, with the use of your own produce being a unique selling point, as Hilary suggests here.
There's a massive interest now, and farmers have been under real pressure. The markets are changing all the time. People are eating and behaving differently how they buy food. So the farmers have got great opportunities because there's huge interest now, not just in what people are eating, but where it's coming from, how it's produced. People care now, and there's more and more people wanting to know more about that. So farmers have got an opportunity to capitalise on that, that trend that's happening.
It isn't just farming in the food and drink sector that is struggling. Pubs are also on the decline due to big chains becoming more popular. Diversifying into shops is also a way that pubs have increased their income, as Nick from the Sussex Pub Group discusses here.
So what we've tried to do is to incorporate additional services. So i.e. we've created a village shop within the business, and with that was a post office. We created a meeting room which was free for the hire.
The third of Hilary's critical success factors was to shout about your product. This can be achieved through good marketing. Claire Farmer, event organiser of Taste of Wycombe, shares her thoughts about good marketing.
So we know within Wycombe that there is a ranging audience. Some still rely on print media whilst others still are very interactive online. So the event is run by a team of volunteers and we kind of play to the volunteers' strengths whilst also making sure that we meet the needs of both traditional and online communications.
To summarise, following Hillary's top 3 critical success factors of knowing your audience, ensuring quality and marketing well will allow you to succeed in this market. I will now pass over to Maddie, who will discuss how to diversify into events.
This section on gastronomic events will cover why you should use rural events to expand your business, the characteristics of an outstanding event, the challenges and opportunities of rural events, as well as how to market those events successfully. Finally, advice will be provided on who you need to be connected with and what you need to do to organize a rural food event, in addition to the critical success factors of rural events. According to the Tourism Alliance, the value of the UK event sector directly spent on events is £41.4 billion. This doesn't take into consideration the retention of the tourism expenditure or the multiplier effect events have on a community. To help you understand what you're trying to achieve, industry professional Claire Farmer provides her insight into the characteristics of an outstanding event.
Interactivity, atmosphere and diverse offerings.
There are many challenges and opportunities in regard to rural events. However, they can provide an extra income stream to your business.
So the challenges really centre around it being rural. So do people want to go to the rural event and do people even know about the rural event that is happening in their local town or village? And then the opportunities is again the strength of it being rural. It's so different, it's unique, it's different to the other experiences people could get in out of town shopping centres or other events. It's just traditional.
Engagement in social media accounts also play a role in the success of an event. Over 75% of people that send a complaint to a company on a social networking site expect a response within 1 hour. You have a short time to engage with future participants and impress them with your digital innovations.
I would strongly recommend that people use Twitter quite a bit. Twitter really works well for events. Facebook does too. Facebook events, always worth making. And there's loads and loads of online listing opportunities that are free. So promoting an event that has food and drink related to it, it's good to use the online tools.
I think drip feeding of information such as store confirmations and entertainment lineup is a key way to create the event buzz. Also, responsiveness is key to make sure you're on top of all customer inquiries or any questions at all to make sure that those potential consumers can come down and visit and engage with your site.
To provide some personal advice, Claire Farmer reflects on her experience running Taste of Wycombe and provides you with advice to get started running your own rural event.
You need to look at your local businesses and build strong relationships with them because those are the people that are really going to help you put this event together and potentially they're going to benefit a lot from them. But also you need to look wider than food. If you're just doing a food event, then it limits people that are going to be attracted to it. If you look wider and also provide music or dance or children's activities like Taste of Wycombe event did, then that way, although food was the focus, there's diverse offerings that could also attract people to come and visit.
When people go to an event, they will remember if they went home hungry or whether they had a really horrible burger or whether they had that's what they'll remember. So you need to feed people. Happy people are well-fed people.
According to Claire Farmer, the 3 critical success factors in running an event are:
so number 1 would be the tasters. Everyone likes a good taster. Also some live demonstrations. For Taste of Wycombe Festival, they got local chefs involved and they actually had them cooking live demos with real recipes. And then finally also the range of food available. So you don't want to overlap too much, you want a whole range so people can basically create an entire meal if they go around and purchase from the stalls.
It is important to use seasonality to your advantage. Rural events can be developed around different holidays or seasons such as Halloween or Valentine's Day. There are endless opportunities to create events to showcase your rural business. A great example is this Linden Pumpkins attraction. In conclusion, every event should feature interactivity, an impressive atmosphere, and diverse offerings. While promoting the event, it is key to market through different channels and engage in social media. Keep in mind, for gastronomic events, everyone loves tasters, live demonstrations, and a range of great offerings. Now Connor will inform you on incorporating food and drinks in the hospitality sector.
This section on the hospitality industry will look at how you can use local food and drink to diversify into the hospitality sector. The critical success factor will be identified, information will be provided how to link with local businesses, and finally I will go over some local case studies. In the Southeast, there are over 21,000 tourism and hospitality businesses. Over £10 billion is spent on the hospitality sector, of which around £3 billion is on food and drink. Nick Sutherland of the Sussex Pub Group company suggests 3 critical factors to help you succeed in this sector.
The experience, the location, and ability to create additional revenue streams.
If you're looking at different stakeholders like, say, hotels or pubs, restaurants, quite often they want to buy local food, but their first thought is, oh, it's all too difficult, I've got lots of different people to deal with, and it's difficult to buy from them.
Food and drink is not just about eating, it is also about the experience that your customers will have. Including tours or linking with local businesses to provide these tours can help your customers have a food experience they will not forget. Nick tells us how he has done this.
He takes people out around Goodwood. He blindfolds them. That's an experience for people to come and visit this village pub.
Your business is in a rural area, which means it is likely to have access to locally sourced food and drink. If you are using local produce, make sure to market this well, as it is something to be proud of. However, sourcing locally is not always viable, as Nick explained.
In the ideal world, we'd love to use everything within a 10-mile radius of where we operate from. That's not always viable because of the supply chain. We do source locally, we shout about it.
Many farmers and local food producers are likely to choose to venture into the accommodation sector because the unique facilities are also a good attraction for visitors and way of providing extra income. B&B or Farm, named the Old House in Cornwall, provide a unique experience. They had a barbecue with locally sourced food. Another example is the Mare and Four is a local pub in Devon. This pub is proud to source locally. Now Paula and Hilary discuss why local food and drink producers should be used in the local accommodations, pubs and restaurants businesses.
So first of all, they need to understand that's what the customer wants, but that is going to make a point of difference for their product to encourage those perhaps a higher quality customer. Using local food in the ingredients are absolutely fantastic. There's a huge opportunity.
In conclusion, food and drink can be used throughout the hospitality sector. Make sure that you give your customers an experience rather than just meal. If you are using locally sourced food, be proud and shout about it.
To summarise, we have discussed why the gastronomic tourism sector is a great way to increase a farm's revenue. We have spoken about how to use food to create an experience for your customers and how using food and drink can really boost your business.
We have discussed how to use events to promote your food and drink effectively, taking on Hilary's advice of happy people being well-fed people.
We have also mentioned how using food and drink in the hospitality sector can improve your income, with many adults wanting to eat locally sourced food over imported.
I hope you enjoyed the program.
Thank you for watching.
We hope that this program has been of some use to you and your business.